Good morning, FinMonkeys listeners. I'm Noah Mercer, and you're tuned into the Morning Brief, your quick-hit guide to what's moving markets before the bell. Let's jump right in. First up, gold is on track for its third straight weekly drop, squeezed by a firmer dollar and rising treasury yields, a clear sign the market is betting on tighter policy. Next, bond exchange-traded funds are pulling in fresh interest as the Fed leans into a higher-rate world, making them a litmus test for fixed-income sentiment. Finally, the SEC is probing continuation vehicles and private equity, a move that could reshape how capital flows into those opaque funds. Zooming out, the bigger picture is clear. The Federal Reserve's forward-looking guidance is keeping rates higher for longer, and that's pulling yields up while the greenback climbs. That dynamic is what's nudging gold lower. Investors don't need a hedge when the currency is already strong. Meanwhile, the surge into Treasury bond ETFs shows that fixed-income players are positioning for a steeper yield curve, which could tighten liquidity across the board. Adding another layer, Scott Bessent point. Switching gears to commodities, crude oil gave us a breather today. A modest dip in prices lifted sentiment on the floor, nudging the major indexes higher. When energy costs ease, it frees up cash for riskier assets, and that ripple can lift the whole market. So, the oil pullback is a welcome relief for investors watching the risk appetite meter. On the earnings front, Micron's latest numbers put AI front and center. The chip maker highlighted artificial intelligence as the main growth driver, and prediction markets are already betting on AI-related keywords. That tells us the AI narrative isn't just hype, it's shaping the earnings outlook for semiconductors and likely the broader tech sector as well. Wrapping up, regulators are turning their attention to private markets. The SEC is examining the use of continuation vehicles after concerns about transparency in private equity structures. If the probe leads to tighter rules, it could change how investors access private assets and alter the flow of capital into that space. Looking ahead, keep an eye on any SEC updates tomorrow. They'll set the tone for private equity fundraising this week. That's it for today's brief. Stay sharp, and I'll that's the FinMonkeys morning brief for today. The next thing to watch is Treasury yield moves, oil price trends, AI earnings updates, and SEC actions on continuation. Thanks for listening to FinMonkeys. We'll be back tomorrow with the next market setup.